Mrs. Yarodaverse.
Ave Satanas! Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Greetings, heathens. Welcome to Hail Satan. This is the podcast exploring Satanism, culture, and life in general through the eyes of modern Satanists. My name is Joseph Rose. I'm a member of the finest satanic congregation in the land. We're called Satanic Delco, and we welcome members from anywhere in the world. If you want to learn a little more, visit satanicdelco.com. Today, we're going to catch up with our pal Jerry, and we're going to listen to an album called Songs of Satan. But first, if you have a moment, please visit the website at hailsatanpodcast.com. You'll find links to join me on social media, a form to send me an email, and a link to join up with us all on Patreon. We have a few different tiers to choose from with various benefits, including the amazing Greetings from Hell Satanic Postcard of the Month Club. That is the most direct way you can support me and this show. If you'd like to do that, visit hailsatanpodcast.com. All right, guys, we are back with my special guest, the one and only Jerry, the Little Satanist.
Jerry.
Welcome back, Jerry.
Yeah, you could be Jerry, Little, not so much.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry.
Rotund now. How about rotund?
Rotund.
How about
Are
doughy?
you gaining weight, Jerry?
I am gaining weight. I'm doughy.
Are you?
I'm stress eating.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
Oh, and today is my birthday.
You son of a bitch. You little son of a bitch.
Why?
I wanted to say happy birthday to you while we were fucking recording.
Restart it,
That's
then.
why I didn't say anything yet.
Restart it.
No, now it won't be genuine.
It's genuine. Let's restart
Oh,
it. Restart it.
This is no good. Guys, it's Jerry's birthday. I know it's Jerry's birthday. He came into the garage a little while ago. We're sitting here chatting.
On time.
Yes, he was on time. We're sitting here just small talking, getting ready to go. And I intentionally did not acknowledge his birthday. And I had planned to surprise acknowledge you about your birthday on the show.
Joseph,
Now
I know
you've ruined everything.
I knew you knew. You're like they're like God. You're omniscient, omnipresent.
That's right.
You know, so it's like I knew you knew.
Yes.
You know, so I'm sorry.
I
I,
did
didn't
know.
mean to spoil that.
It's all right,
Was there?
Jerry.
What did you have planned? Lasers.
I had a
and
whole lot of
streamers and
plans.
shit?
Yes, man. Well,
I would love if all of a sudden it's like today's Jerry's birthday, and then an explosion of like rapping fire just showed up and all that stuff. I get gifted a skull.
Yeah, we were just talking skulls, but we'll get into that another time. Well, happy birthday,
Thank you,
Jerry.
Joseph.
How old are you? If you
I
don't
am now
mind saying?
47.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
47.
You know, it hit me.
You're an older gentleman.
I know it hit me. Like at 46, I really wasn't thinking much about it.
Yeah.
But 47 is like, yo.
46, you can sort of call that mid 40s.
Yeah.
Sort of.
No, late.
47 is 50.
Late. That's exactly how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Like I am 50 years old.
Wow.
And
Do you
it-
have a feeling about it? What does 47
I woke up this
mean?
I woke up this morning I had to get my license renewed. So that was one thing. So like
Yeah, you had a bit of an adventure?
well, yeah, I go to the DMV, and usually I know that's not a pleasant circumstance for anybody, but I don't mind waiting. You know, I'm fine with it. And I get up there, and then they go, Mr. Wood, you have we are unable to process your request. You have a warrant for your arrest. You should handle a warrant for my arrest. What? That's when I called you. I was like, Joseph, I've got issues.
Calls me.
I call him. He was like, "You fucking come in." Well, he was nice about it. Whatever. All right. Well, I'm not going to spoil the outlook.
He
on
called
you.
me while I'm nude in the shower, stressing me out.
For the first time, though, he calls me lazily while in the shower. He's always nude. Joseph is always nude when I talk to him. It's a unique dynamic.
I try to be.
Right.
Tell us what happened. You get to the DMV.
I get to the DMV
For what? To renew your license?
I got to take the picture and all that shit.
Okay.
I was upset that I didn't get a haircut, whatever. I wore a bright color. I try to do something new every time. Like I thought about like slicking back my hair, shaving like the goatee off, just having a mustache.
Change it up.
Yeah, it looked like I always want to look like I shouldn't be within 100 feet of a school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to look weird. And I just didn't do that today. I was like, all right, but it's a sign. It's a sign. This gives me time. But I only have to the 21st. And part of my job is having a valid license. So like this is like a thing.
You need a valid license for your job.
For car sales, I need to be able to drive a car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. So like when I called you, I was like I was vibrating. Like
And so what is the problem exactly?
parking tickets.
You've
where I
gotten
live.
parking tickets, and because of them, you now have a warrant
I
for
had
your arrest.
no idea that they could take you to court for parking tickets.
How many tickets do you have?
4.
Why are you not paying them?
Fuck that. I live there. Why? I just didn't know they could do so many things to you.
Yeah.
I thought parking tickets just seem like, it's like a speed limit. You get a gentleman's 5. You
Is
can
that
go
right?
5 miles over, 10 miles over, and you'll be okay.
What's the parking ticket equivalent of that? How many tickets do you expect to rack up?
Infinite. I didn't think. I thought it was just like found money for the borough.
Right.
Why would you affect my life for parking? First off, I live there. I live where I'm parking,
And you don't get a parking spot.
I even have a residential parking pass, but they're like, no, he doesn't live there. I can't get away from it.
Yeah.
I only have 4 spots. I know this isn't exciting, guys. I know this isn't fun.
Look,
You tune
Jerry
in for
hasn't
whatever
been
you
here in a little while, and
tune in.
so forgive us. We're going to have a little summertime catch up.
Yeah, you tune in for for whatever it is that this thing provides, and I'm into it. But like, man, pay your parking tickets, but they're always $25 a pop. Listen, man, money's tight.
Yeah.
I ain't got $25 to be spending just so I can park in the town I fucking live in.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and then this, and then I got to go to the magistrate, and also, hey, listen, guys.
Now, what do you got to do? You got to go pay all of them at once?
I got to pay them all at once now.
Yeah.
And hey, listen, guys, here's some friendly advice as an adult. As a 47-year-old man, I should actually do this too. Open your mail.
Pay your bills.
Open your mail, pay your bills. If there's a thing that says certified mail, go find out what it is.
Yeah.
Don't look at that and go, I don't know anyone who's sending me that type of shit, and just throw it out.
That doesn't look like anything I'm interested in.
Hey, really, dude? I don't want that.
Doesn't look like fun mail. Fuck it.
No, fun mail is it has to have the Amazon Prime penis. The Amazon.
Yeah.
I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
But neither here nor there. But so like that was what I was dealing with up until like 45 minutes ago.
I'm sorry, Jerry. I'm sorry you're dealing with all that.
Yeah, I'm 47. It's like the world's forcing me to be an adult in every form of fact. Every mistake I've ever made it has a consequence.
Yeah.
Like even if I do small things, somebody's like, "You fucked up. Here, give me $30." Why is there always a dollar amount?
Mistakes cost money, man. You fuck up, you owe us money.
Dude, it wasn't like that in my 20s. I mean, like I could just make up and then get my. I would.
Right.
I would. Like,
I didn't have any money in my
Here's what I
20s.
want for the magistrate. Okay, you have a bunch of parking tickets. You've been sentenced to the pummel room. You get pummeled for like a minute. And
You'd
then
rather
like,
just get kind of beat up.
I want to get my ass kicked like in my 20s. Like if you walk into a room, a robot with like several like, rubber bats.
Yeah.
And it calls you
Rubber bats.
And it calls you like, it says, "Hey pussy," and then just starts beating the shit out of you. And then your penance. You've fulfilled your obligation to the state. They need a pummel robot.
Well, I hope you get it.
I'm not.
Our friend Uncle Anton LaVey, he was a big proponent, if you remember, Jerry, of the artificial human companion. Mm-hmm. And so maybe there would be like a beating robot.
Well, that's what type of beating? I like where this is headed.
Whatever it needs to be. I guess it's context dependent. They'd have one that could do those type of duties.
Happy birthday, Jerry.
Take your wax, bitch.
Happy birthday, Jerry. You ever see every time it's my birthday, I do wish. You ever see Rocky, was it 4 or 3 with the robot for Paulie?
4. That's
4,
Rocky
yeah.
4.
Happy birthday, Paul. And
I fucking love that one.
Dude, it's a great movie.
That's probably my favorite one.
And then I think at the end of that movie, I think they somehow insinuate that Paulie has been romantic with that robot.
Yeah, they do. He does develop sort of a loving, friendly relationship with it.
And it was the 80s. I mean, Short Circuit was a thing.
Yeah, there was a lot of it. We had Rosie, the Jetsons.
Yeah.
There was a lot of robot
Robbie
stuff.
the robot. That was the 70s, 60s. But that robot was significantly way more advanced than Robbie the robot. It came out with a cake.
Yeah.
Apparently,
it was pretty sweet.
Apparently, you can do lots of things. Paulie, did things with it.
All right, guys. I'm sorry. No, we do. I do want to have like a little bit of a summertime catch up. I mean, aside from you falling into debt and legal trouble, have you done anything noteworthy with your summer? How's your summer been?
Summer's been good. I don't think there's been anything really. It's just been cultivating. My daughter's significantly more comfortable with what's going on, and me and my ex are getting along so much better.
Yes.
If you've ever listened to past episodes of whatever we did, it was always contentious. Now we're just joking around because now we don't have to be friends. We can say what we want to say to each other. It's pretty funny.
You feel like the relationship is I know it's weird after you get a divorce from someone or whatever, but it's going well?
Yeah.
Your interactions are pleasant?
Friendly. I know, again, these financial complications, there's been some missed payments, they're being made up and all that other stuff. Hugely understanding. And it's not like I'm indebted. It's just like, you'd expect somebody like, well, where's my money, motherfucker? That type of shit.
Right.
But beyond all that, it's just been a better. She's dating, which is great, good for her. I am. We're all sort of getting our own universe again, and now we're able to comment on it and be able to, some advice. There's some things that I was missing that some people fulfilled, and then some things she was missing that some people fulfilled. It's interesting how life sort of life sort of like comes together. I like being filled. I've also gotten into pegging, but neither here nor there. But the
Wow.
idea, no, but like things that were missing, you sort of like get and find out with other people, and sometimes it's not everything you want. Sometimes you get what you want. It's not the best.
Sometimes the universe gives you what you need.
Right.
That's what I always say. I'm sure I got it from like Terrence McKenna or somewhere,
Yeah.
like about psychedelics. Like the mushrooms give you what you need,
Right.
not necessarily what you want.
Right, it's a Rolling Stones trope, you can't get it sometimes.
That's right.
You get what you need, and so it's nice that everything's sort of leveled out in that respect. Like there's not a lot of contention. Every once in a while there'll be like, yo, I got to go out this weekend. It's like, fuck you, that's not your week. But
What, bitch?
Yeah, but you can do that. And before there was a level of trying to maintain a relationship, and now it's not that.
Right.
Now you can be honest. I don't like that. And,
You don't like that.
and you just say like, no, I do like that, but you can say like, I don't like what you're saying to me,
yeah.
and not have it be like a 40-hour fight or a silent dinner. It is that's probably the one thing. So like, while mentally, physically, and everything else you're sort of fixed up, it had to fall apart financially. There's not every part of it can be perfect at once. What would that be like? How entertaining would that be? So like, I guess in a weird way, I guess I needed it. I'm happy with what's happening, but everything's sort of leveled out.
Have you grown closer and more engaged with your Satanism?
No, I've put that past. I'm not a Satanist.
You've gone back to the Lord?
A lot of people are. We talked last time. We talked last time about this and how I tried churches and stuff. I don't know where it was at. I tried churches and all that stuff. No, I'm not interested in the earth real. It's here now, and maybe that is Satanism. Is that there's nothing? I don't know. It's just I'm much more in the here and now.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and so like I'm more there.
Life is the here and now.
Life is the here and now, and deal with it there. But my here and now is that I'm on the run. I'm fucking.
Yeah, you are now sort of a fugitive of the law.
For parking tickets, I would fucking raise this. I would get beaten. They would say like, "Well, sir, you have a warrant out for your arrest for parking tickets," and I would do that noise like, "Get the fuck out of here! I'll just go pay them. Like, give me my warning and let me be." And then they would try to get me out of the car, and it would escalate, and I'd be beaten.
Yeah,
we'll see. I just don't think some things I just don't see as important, but in the eyes of the law, and that was always my problem. If I don't think something's important, I just ignore it. It's a really good example of how I live my life, and I got to change because I'm.
It's too late now. You're 50.
Now there's consequence. Yeah, now I'm 50.
You can't teach an old Jerry new tricks.
A little dog, new tricks.
Little dog. All right, Jerry. Well, shall we have a bit of a musical adventure today?
Sure,
Jerry. I know you love some music.
Well, that's what I'm here for because I don't do anything pertinent
to Satanism.
I don't do anything that would be like important. Like,
well, soon I've got a lot of bright ideas. As you know, the satanic community at large, particularly those who are fond of this podcast or members of Satanic Delco, they're all fond of your appearances.
I have no clue why. I would like to hear some people write in, and because Joseph does send me these things sometimes, like, I love Jerry.
Yeah,
why?
when I get little messages, when people in Satanic Delco or podcast listeners send in little messages pretty regularly about looking forward to more Jerry. Where's Jerry? Haven't heard from Jerry. Love Jerry.
And I haven't been particularly kind to you guys.
I don't know.
Okay, like once an episode, I'll be like, "This is you freaks are bullshit." And I don't mean it like because of your religion. I'm just like, why is this a thing? Because sometimes religion, we're not even. I can't say religion. This is more of a credo or I don't know.
Religion is valid. Yeah.
Okay, it's a religion, and sometimes people like music because it's religious. Like Michael W. Smith, who actually I take that back. Michael W. Smith sort of rocks. He's sort of Petra. Was it Petra?
I'm
Striper?
not familiar.
Is it Striper?
Oh, Striper. Yeah.
But sometimes I just like it because
to hell with the devil.
Yeah,
that's their big one.
Sometimes I like it just because it says God in it.
Yeah.
And I find that maybe sometimes people just like devil music because it's like it has Satan in it.
Well, yeah,
but that's it.
Yeah, I mean that's at least a starting point. sometimes it doesn't work. Like we've covered explicitly, sort of, at least connected to Satan somehow music on this show.
We did Twin Towers.
Twin Temple. We've done
Shit.
Ghost. We've done Zeal and Ardor. We've done a few
Zeal
things.
and Ardor, yeah. They're
Now,
wonderful.
like in the case of Ghost, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a full 100% deep crazed fan that loves all of their shit, but I like a good amount of it, and I like to see them live. Great show. I'm a casual fan of Zeal and Ardor. I'm not deep in love with everything, but they're very cool. I'm interested in them. And then there was Twin Temple, who I'm really not a fan of. I don't listen to them ever in my free
Their
time.
big fault is production.
Yes, that's one of them.
Their gimmick is...
that's a weak spot for me.
It's huge.
We've talked about it. But yeah, not a fan. But that brings us to today. I have something very new. And this came to my radar via an email that I got from a perfect stranger. And I will share some of that email with you right now if you like.
Please do.
All right. This email says, I'm reaching out to introduce you to Light Bearers, my new music project that blends modern satanic philosophy with a praise and worship style sound to explore themes of self-empowerment, individuality, and liberation. As a fan of the Hail Satan podcast, I believe Light Bearers would be a perfect fit for your audience, either through sharing our music or discussing it in an interview. The project's debut album, Songs of Satan, is designed to challenge misconceptions about Satanism by incorporating uplifting themes like compassion, justice, and reason, all while using satanic imagery and concepts in subtle yet thought-provoking ways that even resonates with more mainstream audiences.
That doesn't sound like LaVey's type of Satanism.
This was sent by someone named Marbus Fink, creator of Light Bearers.
Dude,
and they directed me to the website lightbearersband.com.
And I'm not disparaging that.
Okay.
Okay, so now you get a Tinder notification. You're going to go on a date.
Okay.
You're going to meet Marbus Fink
Yeah.
at a pizza parlor.
Yeah.
Would you go to that? Like Gilbert Schlurf. Would you go see Gilbert Schlurf?
I don't know Gilbert.
You don't know Marbus Fink.
I don't. I'm going to not come to any conclusion about whether or not I would want to date Marbus Fink in a fictional world where I was open to dating.
I want to say this name all the time. I want to put it to something.
I hope you do.
I want to say it and something good happens.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got a cake today.
Yeah.
And I take a bite and I'm like,
Marbus.
That's Marbus Kid. That's Marbus Fink.
Marbus Fink.
No, I'm only kidding. Marbus, thank you for the email.
So when I first got this email, now let me just say, I've gotten emails like this many times. Not from Marbus Fink, but from others with a project. They have a music thing or an art project or a this or that, and they want to get some attention for it. So they contact me because I have the platform of the podcast, and they want to get it out there to my presumably satanic audience. And so I understand that. Most of the time, many of these projects don't particularly interest me, or I don't have an opportunity that feels like the right thing to do or whatever. But I knew that you and I were planning to get together for a little episode, and often enough, we like to check out some music. And this just came along at a time, and I thought, what the hell? Let me check this out. And I have not listened to this album, Jerry, but I did turn it on briefly, just let me get a taste of what's going on here. And, well, I'm going to let you hear it. We're going to listen, obviously. And I've got a lot of questions. I don't have a lot of answers about this, but it might be interesting. Shall we just get into it?
Is there album art?
There is. Here, check it out.
Okay if I sample?
Yeah, take a look at this.
This legitimately is mustard seed level imagery. You know what mustard seed is?
No.
Mustard seed is a Christian store that was around back in the day.
No, I'm not familiar with mustard seed.
Yeah, I got my Christian video game from it. This is beautiful. It's basically a landscape. You got some Bob Ross type, image trees going on here.
It looks like a wonderful Christian worship music type of thing.
And when I'm looking at it, like for some reason, the font this is in, which is wonderful, I think of a earthy bread.
Yeah, sure.
I'm looking at it like this looks healthy. I feel like I'm going to be okay. It's almost parody because
it is exactly that. I think. Let me say,
sounds of Satan. Yeah, this is definitely parody.
Yeah, it is. So we've got a pentagram up in a beautiful blue sky, and then nice sort of symmetrical clouds over a landscape, and a nice scripted text that says light bearers. And it looks like it would be a sign that says like live, laugh, love.
Yeah, really.
Something like that, you know? But of course, the album is called Songs of Satan. And so we'll just get into it, guys. Track number 1 is called Come.
How's it spelled?
C-O-M-E, Jerry.
Thank you. I'm already a fan.
This is fantastic.
Come now is the time for reason. Come now is the time for compassion. Come now is the time for justice.
Stop it, Jerry.
This is great. Well,
Come now is the time to hail Satan.
okay, cool.
Come, one day every
All right, now-
mind will see there's
What, Jerry?
no
Growing up in a Christian household,
Yes.
this type of music, all fucking day.
Really?
It was so generic. It felt not generic, but it I don't know, cookie cutter. I mean, you got your Peebo Brysons.
So
and stuff
you're
like
not
that.
liking this right off
Oh,
the
I
bat?
love it. It's a taste of home. It's like nostalgia to me
Gotcha.
because this is what it sounds like. Like,
Yeah.
this is real.
Come now is the time for patience.
Just let this settle in for a moment.
Come now is the time for freedom. Come now is the time for wisdom. Those.
Now, okay,
Come now is the time.
I have some initial thoughts about this, or considerations, maybe. I don't. Now, I know nothing about this other than what I've told you.
I think we're hitting the. I think we're gonna hit the chorus soon.
Still the greatest treasure remains for those, for ones who never bow. Oh, come just as you are before Satan.
Yeah. Okay.
Come now is the time for reason.
I'll let you finish your thought, but
Yeah.
the word "come" is huge.
It's
in
huge.
"Come all ye faithful" is a legit hymn. So like "come" is a big deal in the Christian.
Yes.
This is a thing.
So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about it. I did write an email. Haven't gotten a response yet, asking for a little more details about this, like who played on the album, who wrote it, what kind of tools were used. And when I say what kind of tools were used, I don't know if you're getting this impression at all, but I get, and again, this is just my feeling. I do not know that this is true at all. I'm speculating. I suspect some AI generation. I suspect artificial intelligence may have played a role in the creation of this. And at the very least, the vocals sound to me like there is heavy auto-tune type
I was about
technology being used.
I just was about to remark on that when right
But
before
I wonder if the whole thing
Oh, come
is AI generated. Like lyrics, vocals, maybe even music. I don't know.
it's
I think it could be.
I've heard these. I've watched a lot of these videos of the AI how they're making.
Some of it's getting weirdly good.
really good. Like the text message.
All right, that
ones.
was track 1.
Come.
This is track 2. It's called Lucifer's Echo. Let's see what this one brings.
It's so authentic that it.
Whispers of ancient night.
Yeah.
It's really all about the lyrical content.
Sure.
Old and bright. A tale unfolds, a path of light. Lucifer's echo in the shadows flight.
It's so dead on that
Yeah.
it has to be computer generated.
Right? This is AI, right?
Of time and space.
I don't know this,
Did you
guys.
get it?
I'm sorry if that... I apologize if that is not the case. I'm just speculating
Did
here.
you get a response to your?
Not
email?
yet. Not yet.
When did you send it?
Too late before recording.
Place. In every
And I know the creator had mentioned in the initial email, like, looking for an interview, which I would consider. I was like, I am interested.
It'd be cool
kind
if it
of.
was an AI interview. If we were just,
I
were
know.
just talking
I
to a
would love
robot.
to talk to a robot.
Hail Satan, where the light and dark are born.
I could maybe adopt this as my new theme song.
I think that's the idea.
I think maybe this is the new theme song.
That's why the Hive wrote into you. I mean, this is insane.
In the garden of the mind's forbidden tree, where knowledge blooms.
Yeah, these AI things, like there was a string of them where they're making their own songs where they would take text messages like from people, like, you know, me and your dad are going to a sex party or something, like, and it would sing about it, right? It was just weird. I don't.
That's
know.
a text message you've gotten?
No, it was just online, and they have the whole, like, it's just doing it. The music in the background is AI generated, and like I said, Christian music sounds generic to me.
Right.
This is all.
It's got to be inoffensive. It's got to work in the background. You know, it's got to be. You know.
This could be played at a church, like while you're waiting to sit down.
Here's what I fear.
That's what it is.
I fear, like, my initial impression of this right now. I'm sitting here. I've listened to 1.5 songs or something. It's not my kind of jam. You know, I don't listen to music that sounds like this generally. No. It's not my aesthetic. But I'm tickled by the idea. I like the concept. It's funny to me. It's that's fun. You know, I haven't heard that exactly done yet. And my fear is that while we're sitting here, 1 or 2 or 3 of these songs are going to really plant an earworm. And I'm going to like this album.
Listen to it.
Now I'm going to drive around listening to this shit on my free time.
And people are going to get a whole different view of you. Just this sound is enough to think he's not into Satan anymore. He loves Jesus Christ our Lord.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking... You listen, buy any of them, it sounds like this.
Yeah, and on one level,
white
it's
people,
cool. It's cool because I do like the subversive element of a thing that's like sneaking the satanic messages.
New song.
Oh, here's track 3. It's called Famous One.
You will find this will wear on you.
Maybe so.
The famous one, you're known over.
No one sounded the same either.
The voices, yeah, right. Yeah, different vocals on each.
Great is your fame over here.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, now I can't get out of my head that this is AI.
I think it is, but I do not know that.
It's AI. Marbus, please, write it.
Because imagine if you gave it, if you know how generative AI technology works, if you guys have gotten into image or video or whatever kind of text generation.
I've been a victim of it.
You can prompt this thing by describing the style of music and giving it lyrical themes. Like, write me Satan, songs about Satanism or Satan based on, modern Satanism as defined by the Satanic Temple or something like that. Or here are the 7 tenets. Write me songs that build on these values or something like that.
Yeah.
And, as sort of generic as the 7 tenets are, this is kind of the perfect music for them. This is the 7 tenets in musical form.
What you think that it should be, yeah. What it wants to represent itself as, for sure.
Yeah, it wants to be appealing and inoffensive and sort of nicey nice for the sake of it, but also say the word Satan. Like, that's like what it is,
Is that the real, and that's what it's always been.
The 7 tenets, yeah. That's what I think, yeah.
I mean, the 10 Commandments are okay. I mean, that's if you live by them, you're fine. I mean,
they get into some weirdness.
Yeah, but I coveted another man's wife. I'm
There's
sorry.
There's basic shit like, don't kill and stuff. Like,
but if
we
you
get
live
it.
by it, like, don't look that, don't steal.
Sure.
Honor your parents, or you get your shit split.
Yeah.
You go to hell.
I don't know that.
I mean, even everything has a commandment,
Listen to this little AI guitar solo.
If I knew that they could pull this off live, I would go to this concert. If this was a real band, I would see.
You know
this.
what? Same.
Yeah.
Same. I would go to a small to mid-level venue to see this.
Yeah.
You're Lucifer.
What does it look like?
And you just imagine like a nice stage show. Like if it had nice lights and a full band and like everything, a little bit of production, I'd be in.
I'd be in. No backdrop.
No backdrop.
They don't got the money for that.
Okay.
Christian artists don't make a ton.
Okay.
Wasn't that?
Well, no, look at Ghost. I mean, they go big time with the production.
Evil sells.
Well,
There's profit in the dark.
I guess so.
Oh, you're only destitute in the light.
Yeah.
Oh, let's make a T-shirt for that. Destitute in the light. There's our band. And we don't even have to do shit. All we have to do is tell it to Jerry and Joseph sing about, money.
Oh my God, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, Jerry and Joseph
I'm
sing.
gonna do it. I love AI shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make us an album. There we go. That was famous one. Track 4 coming up. This is called Shout.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe it's a little play on Shout at the Devil. I don't know.
I'm gonna say that's not the case here.
I guess
I
he'd be shouting with the devil.
I remember every Sunday morning after church. Well, let's give this a song.
Let's get into here.
There's none like you. All of our days we want to praise the wonders of your mighty love, my comfort, my shelter.
And you would like this. The songs are all quite short, it seems.
But of course, depends how much RAM you have.
AI doesn't know how to write a bridge.
No,
you know?
It'll get there.
But
But this
Shout to the Lord of the Flies.
I love that. So I remember coming home from church. They would, this is great. Coming home from church we would always get like Dunkin' Donuts. So there'd be a dozen donuts. There's 5 of us, so there was always an extra donut for Pop, And it's the type of music would be playing in the background while we were all stuffing our faces full of Boston cream donuts, and you'd have to sit there and then and my friend Andy
While
would
you pray to
call.
the Lord.
My friend Andy would call and I'd leave.
Yeah.
And say some heinous shit. This music,
Andy, our friend Andy.
our friend Andy,
Yeah.
This music, what it does is it stems the tide of aggression. So when you leave the house, you're a fucking royal terror. You'll throw a rock.
You have
through
to
a
rebel
padlock.
against
Yeah, you're the guy
vibe.
dumping rocks over
Guys,
an
and
overpass.
let me apologize in advance. I'm sorry if the mix of the music seems too loud at times or too quiet. I don't know what I'm
We
doing.
have to know.
You'd think I would, but it's hard to tell.
No, we have to know what they're saying.
Oh yeah, I want to hear it.
More. Let's see what we got here.
Angels cry and hell's demons roar at the sound of your name.
All right, I'll make a pact. We're going to get front row tickets to this robot.
Marfus, this is wild.
Marbus.
Marbus?
Fink.
What was the name?
Marbus Fink.
Marbus, I'm sorry. Marbus. Thank you for this.
That even sounds like a fucking robot.
I think Marbus is AI generated. Marbus is
Fink.
not a real person.
What is that? What is the thing where you jumble up the letters and then you make something else out of it?
Oh,
What's that called?
yeah, like an anagram?
Anagram.
Is that, I made that up? Is that an anagram? I don't know if that's true.
Well, you know what we're talking about, listeners.
You know what we meant.
Yeah, what I'm trying to rearrange Marbus into something that right.
Oh, okay.
Bizrom.
Sabrum.
That could be the whole thing. This is some 7-level shit.
What if we're being like actively cursed through this sound? There's like encoded fucking messages and curses. Holy shit.
Not on my birthday.
This is subliminal messaging. But overt.
Yeah, I don't think we've been listening to so much music for the past 3 years. If it didn't happen yet, it's going.
All right, there we go. This is track 5, Highest of the Unholy.
Ooh,
that sounds intense. Let's get into this one. I just want one of these tracks to just have like a death growl.
Yeah, me too.
Coming on clouds of fire, the whole earth shakes. The whole earth shakes. Yeah. I see his love in
Listen, I'm glad that you get emails for other bands and shit trying to get on, and this is the one you chose.
This is the first one I've ever chosen to actually
and
put on the
for-
show.
And so some dude types in a description, makes an album, and we talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear that when they bridge, when it's like an extended like tone.
Yeah. There's artifacts, for sure.
I mean, we're both
Still
tapping,
kind of fun,
tapping
though.
our feet.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm having a fun time. And I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't normally do this, but I'm not on any weed right now.
No.
I am sober.
Yeah.
And I wish I wasn't, but
That's why I like this show, because you're always aware.
oh, I fucking love you, Jerry.
I love you. But it's funny when we work together. Like I call you up to have I have an issue, and you're like, you're not going. It's immediate aggression. Fuck your show, bitch. Blah blah blah. There we go. Then we sit back down and start talking about skulls. It never happened.
Yeah.
It's weird. Maybe we're AI.
Because most of the time, when I'm if I'm aggressively speaking with you, if I'm yelling at you or just having some sort of attitude, not always, but much of the time, I don't have any actual anger or aggression toward you. I'm not actually mad. I just like to yell and be upset. And you're a person that I can express that with.
I'm fast too. And if I canceled, that would have been real angry.
I would have found you. I would have found you somewhere and taken you to jail with all your crimes. I'd make a citizen's arrest on your ass and drag you in. Hello, media, police.
Let's go to debtor's prison. Go to Beatbot. You know what, though? Maybe Christian music has always been AI. Like, even in the 70s and 80s, you know? Except like, Kirk Franklin fucking goes.
Oh, yeah.
The spirit is in
Kirk Franklin. I'm out of the loop with all that shit. I don't know.
Kirk Franklin's, like we talked about last time he was here. There's a real passion in their music, in their faith, and you can feel it. This shit, I don't know if this person really likes God. I don't think this thing knows what God is. It's a fucking robot.
Right.
But what, man? What if they call you and say they're real people?
Yeah.
I want to be on the Zoom with them.
Oh, that's
I need proof.
Okay.
What if they all look like the chick from Metropolis, like the fucking. That's a
God. We're ripping through these tracks. They're short. So track number 6 coming up. This is Blasphemy.
Ooh, now you're speaking my language.
I wonder if they just like gave the AI the name of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Or what? I don't know.
I'm telling you, this is like Rage Against the Machine. It is the same shit over and over again.
You stop that. Rage Against the Machine is a gift to society.
It is, but it's one vibe.
Like a splinter in your mind, can you see it? Like a mirror, and you've got yourself to find. What good is the invocation if it can't be said? What good is a soul kept among the dead? Satan gave me a voice and freedom, a joy that I don't wanna waste, So let my life be a blasphemy.
Good for you guys.
This is great. And it's to me, maybe I'm biased. It sounds like TST, like propaganda. Like he's like talking about like what good's an invocation if we can't give it? Like,
the AI.
I'm sorry, you can't give your invocation at the fucking city council meeting or whatever.
No one gives a shit. So but have you ever seen the AI generated like videos? Like where they can't.
Oh yeah, it's getting good. It's starting to get good.
It was creepy before.
Yeah, it's still weird, but they're starting to get good.
But I've always had an issue with it. Like in my heart, like sometimes I have hours of boredom at work.
Yeah,
and I'm staring, and I'm thinking, like I'm watching these videos, and I'm like, maybe this is a true peephole to what's really happening out there. Like underneath all of this is this other world where everything looks like this. Some of the horror ones are just terrifying. Where
I love a
looks
peephole into another world.
Yeah, they do. And I saw one that was legitimately terrifying. It said, what's that Waffle House? That violent Waffle House? Yeah, Waffle House. It's violent. Apparently, it's open all the time.
I've been next to many Waffle Houses, never gone in.
Waffle House after hours. It's like real looking people with that look like waffles, and there's syrup bleeding out of their heads. And I was like, this shit is by far the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. And this right here, knowing this might be synthetic, sort of is the soundtrack to it. Like, it's creepier. As it goes on, this gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
And I think that if there's a theme to this album, it's already a blasphemy. It's going to get darker and darker and darker.
Let's hope.
But this is definitely AI. I'm convinced.
You're pretty sure.
I'm sure of it. I've been watching this shit for hours.
Yeah, I think it's got to be.
Marbus Fink.
Is that right? Is that the name?
It's Marbus Fink.
Okay.
I remembered it.
Okay, yeah, it is. There it is, Marbus Fink. And just for all you guys out there, we gave the website. I'm listening to this album right now on Apple Music. I'm sure it's on Spotify probably and every other thing.
Yeah, so
I guess.
Go take a look for it.
It's on their website.
This is for that Midwest Satanist, the pickup truck driving, sun gun, 9 to 5, going back home, cook, eating dinner, living life. This is the inoffensive Satanist. I can't believe other people wrote you, and this is what you chose.
I know. Like real people, like real bands and
Real bands,
songwriters
like-
are writing me with like their efforts.
Practicing
and
their
they're
craft.
they're probably pouring their heart out in a real song with real words that they've written.
And we chose
And
this
we have a 710. It's propaganda robot.
robotic Weird Al.
This is track 7. It's called All in All.
Maybe it is a band. And now we're getting some continuity with the voices. I don't know.
Are we?
You as a precious jewel, Satan to give up ideals.
Yeah, this.
You're my all in all. Lucifer outcast by God.
This unsettles me. I don't know why. Now of all the
Unsettled.
shit we've listened to,
Lucifer
you know,
outcast by God.
this feels like it has the most effect.
Worthy
Yeah.
is your name.
Which is hilarious since it's probably AI.
It's AI, but I feel there's inherent evil in Skynet, dude.
Yeah.
My chains, my shame.
T-1000.
Rising before you, I praise your name. You are
This is the sound of the end of the world.
When I fall down,
And what did you call me before? I'm not homunculus. What is the fucking
What?
Luddite?
Luddite, yeah.
So this, I didn't. I had a Sony. What did I have? An Android before. And I was not interested in technology. Now
Yeah.
this is all technology, and I don't trust it.
Yeah, you have stepped it up. You got into an iPhone from that nerd phone you had before. And
That's
you've been using any of the tools in there? You've been making any like little
No.
films or
and
anything?
since we've gone, creativity's gone way down.
All right.
Work has told me not to be creative. It's too
Oh,
offensive.
that's right.
Yeah.
You were sort of oppressed.
I was oppressed
Jerry,
by
that
my
really
job.
upset me that day.
I know.
When you told me about this, where Jerry had a little incident. If you don't know, Jerry is sometimes in his private life a bit of a creative. He gets into the fine arts.
Fine.
And
Like we shirtless.
and he did create some art, and he captured a bit of the process in a video that he had shared online. And his fucking work, his employers stepped in and didn't approve of that. They wanted you to take it down.
They said, and I didn't think anything of it when they asked. It was basically me painting my lips red, and then kissing, because I don't draw lips. It would look weird if I tried.
Yeah.
So like I thought kissing the painting would add the desired effect. I like it, so it's for me. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to sell it.
So
they
to be
can
clear,
work.
you created an image of, who was it?
Albert Brooks. I love Albert. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, so to my memory, correct me if I'm wrong, Jerry, he had a black and white image of
Yeah.
Albert Brooks that he
And-
had created on some
and I
sort of
cut
a
it-
surface.
It was on a plastic piece of particle board. It was a plastic canvas, and I printed it out. So it's like it goes over a textured piece that I just kept fucking up the album, fucking up the painting. So I just painted it gray, and then I pasted Albert Brooks to it, and it was all black and white. I thought a little shock of color would help, and it was painting my lips red and kissing it on the lips.
Yeah.
and I videotaped that process.
And in this video,
oh, I'm sorry,
we have a shirtless Jerry.
yeah, but from only like neck up, like not you see
Yeah,
shoulders.
like mid, from the
no
chest,
nipple,
chest
no
up
nipple.
maybe. And he then painted his lips red on camera, and then turned and kissed the Albert Brooks
Yeah.
to leave the kiss mark on Albert Brooks. So, and I like that because I love to see behind
Yeah.
the art into the process
Well,
of its creation. So,
So
that's
basic.
nice.
It's so basic that I thought maybe something should happen with it. So next day I go into work, and then I get an email saying like that might not be appropriate. I don't even look at it. Then I get
terrible.
approached,
Yeah.
and they say like this what we're seeing here is it could be considered offensive to the owner of the company and
Now,
other
why is
people.
it offensive? Or
When we
something?
talked about it, and I've done things where people have seen me like almost naked, like I've done things, and it's always sort of like, if you want to place it, it is pseudo homoerotic. Like I've always played in that sandbox. Like
Nothing wrong with that.
I have no problem.
We're
with
grown
that.
men.
I like the idea of challenging that.
Be as gay as I fucking want.
Yeah. So but when they personally came to me, I didn't think anything of it. Just
Yeah.
deleted it, and boom, there it goes. And then later in the day, I'm like, what did I just do?
Yeah, that upsets me.
It really it's like that's my life. You don't have to. It's not like I have a million followers.
Yeah, you shouldn't even let those fuckers see you on the internet.
They asked to be my friend, so if you do
Yeah.
what you do, you get what you get. If you don't like what you see, which is pretty innocuous,
Yeah,
then
really.
fine. I mean, but
And it was clear, like, we know Jerry. Like, Jerry's a little bit wacky. He likes to make some artworck. Okay,
Yeah.
he's
It's-
in his
it's
own
not-
fucking apartment.
It's not even like it's like really good, like it's gonna catch on. It's just like fucking what I do and what I want hung on my wall, on my walls.
And how many people in the whole world do you think saw that,
No,
or even had the potential to see
At
that.
30, maybe. You know,
30
I mean, like, but work saw it, and they were like that.
Yeah.
So it led to this slippery slide. Like, we're like, well, fuck this. Now I'm trying to burn it down.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, but like, I'm not particularly concerned with how it ends. Now, getting arrested and have my license taken away is not how I want it to end.
Yeah.
Because then I can't get unemployment.
We got to get video of you being hauled in,
Yeah, that
like
would
by
be
the
there.
police.
I'll send you my mugshot.
Yeah. This is track 8. It's called "He Rocks."
That's a perfectly fine Christian thing. But I mean, have you ever been censored? And have you given in once? I mean,
Let me think.
you have much more opportunity to be yelled at than more than I do.
Yeah, well, when I get somehow censored or whatever from an external force, I get real personally fucking upset about it. Like that's a real touchy thing for me, and it always has been since I was a kid. You know, I remember teenage me in art classes getting in trouble for shit that I was like, why would I be in trouble for this? Like, what are you talking about? I'm just drawing fun stuff. I'm not doing anything bad. Like, why am I in trouble? Like, I had the worst fucking art teacher in high school.
What do you
Miss
do?
Casey, fuck you.
Don't remember any
This
of
is
it.
track 9. It's called Eve.
Oh, wonderful.
We're traveling back to the garden, to the very beginning,
I love that.
fall of humanity.
I love it. It's a sneak.
Dreams of leaving the garden, leaving everything behind again. Knowledge deeper than an ocean.
Oh,
Dying to tell
Duet.
the world
Well, she came in weird.
matters the most, that
Stop.
Satan came to free us. He came to give us life.
Some say she shouldn't eat the fruit at all. Goodbye, goodbye garden, goodbye. I really have to go.
I love this.
Yeah, I need a lighter.
Goodbye, garden.
Goodbye, garden. Yeah, but she came in like sounded like I don't know. That's the evil part of the.
I love this.
Finally sees the day when those who know her see she's brave. As she walks up to the altar to be so strong.
What altar?
I don't know.
Eve's staring out the window.
What window?
Dreams of telling all
This might be a
about the one who
figurative
gives
Eve,
her
a present day
so she
Eve.
starts to say,
Lucifer, you're the reason that
Okay.
I want to go. Goodbye, garden. Goodbye.
You know what? Maybe this is about a present day woman named Eve.
This is like a version of that song. What was that fucking country song that made everybody mad? Oh, damn it. It reminds me of it. Try that around in my town or something. Jason Aldean.
Yeah. I don't think he meant all. I think we even talked about that on air one time. It's like, hey, what the fuck? Why are we hating on this?
I don't know. This reminds me of that though, for some reason.
Maybe this Eve is like she wants all. They didn't bring up the tree of life one time.
No,
No serpent has been brought up. This is a woman in her house.
they better bring up the tree.
Why would you name something the tree of life and not want people to do shit with it?
Well, I don't know. There's more. Well, it's called Eve. This one's called Eve.
The Liberty Bell.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go look at that.
Right.
If I could touch it, I would. Because
I would love to ring that bitch.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Somebody did.
I have fantasized about touching that bell.
Somebody did, and
I know.
they fucked it all up.
I know.
for
He
the
hit it
rest
with
of
a
us.
hammer.
Yeah, he really came hard at that.
I want to touch it though. I have a
We
real
used to be
guys.
able to.
I'm sorry, we're all over the place, but I have a real fascination with just like old stuff in general. But then specifically, I have a real interest in the history of America and specifically Philadelphia. I love old Philadelphia shit,
Right.
and so you don't get more than the Liberty Bell. You know, that is like what a symbol. And you know, it's broken, it's there, it's a whole. Everybody makes a deal out the Liberty Bell. I want that fucking bell. If I could somehow steal that fucking bell and put it in my garage, I would have it.
Yeah, we have Independence Hall, but then, you know,
Yeah.
that's a thing. My stepfather came over from Germany. I've told you this before. And he was like, oh, what's the name of the song?
Oh, this is Heart of Wisdom.
Oh, wonderful. So so he comes over from Europe, and he takes a tour of Independence Hall.
Yeah.
And, you know, coming from Germany, you know, and the tour guide's like, these floors you're walking on are 200 plus years old. And my stepfather from Europe was like, the fuck? You know, he's been in bars that have... That
So are the
that-
floors in my house.
Yeah,
Who
you know what I
cares?
mean? He was so unimpressed with our history.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that shit.
What do you
If
think
I dream of, you ever hear those stories where some lady or whatever buys a little painting from a shitty yard sale,
I need it.
and an original draft of the Declaration of Independence like falls out of the frame and
Yeah.
it's worth $18 billion. I'm like, why can't that be
What
me?
the Fuck. Like somebody bought like I think a Renoir or it was just in their basement. They didn't mean to. They just looked at it. They got to early something.
who
or the
did they
other.
buy?
Either Renoir or I don't know.
just like
I
to
don't
hear
know how
you
to say
say
the fucking
Renoir.
name. Renoir, whatever the fuck. I'm trying to think of the other one. A Monet or something. I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
It was some Swedish master. I don't fucking know.
Swedish.
I don't know. Somebody.
Okay.
They said that could be it. They gave it like $500,000, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I have nothing like that in my
Yeah,
basement.
I would like $500,000.
Me too. I'm not asking for millions.
Yeah.
You know, I used to like play the lottery and be like, I hope I win the whole thing. No, I want to be one of those motherfuckers who get the million.
I would like $5,000.
Yeah, give me, just pay my rent.
Can someone help me, please?
God damn it.
I've got a human skull addiction that is really a problem.
I've got child support. So, you got to do a Kickstarter.
I'm going to refer to my human skull problem as my child support.
Have a skull support.
I have child support.
You have skull
guys.
support.
Help me.
What's this bitch yelling about?
Let's see. We don't talk like that.
Sorry,
Jeremy.
my apology.
Christ.
What's this robot
Come
saying?
on, man.
What's this robot saying? You should censor that
I
one part.
apologize for Jerry's language, guys.
I mean, it's not a human.
That's true. Yeah, can we call AI voices bitch? Is that nice?
They might hear you more than the bitch we usually talk
That's
about. You know
right.
what I mean? Like, it knows what we're doing.
Yeah, our devices are all listening right now.
My ears are getting really hot. The fucking microphone goes down my throat.
I'm coming back to the heart of wisdom, and it's all about truth. It's all about
So
you
sad.
say.
I'm so sorry, guys, that didn't get on, who actually sat there learning how to play guitar,
I apologize to
saxophone.
all you skilled musicians who poured your heart out into actual.
But you know what? It's not as
songs.
good as this. Whatever you were doing ain't as good
I'm
as
going to be
this.
more open. I'm going to be more open to those emails.
No, don't.
If you guys create any good satanic artwork or music or whatever, please contact me. And you know, I never say this on the
You are
podcast,
open.
but if you hear me out there, people, creatives, I am always looking for artists. If you're a good illustrator or artist of some kind, contact me and let me know, because I may have use for you and your abilities, and we may be able to work together. So contact me. But if you draw any of that anime type shit or comic book looking shit, just don't worry about it. You're good. Because everybody does that. I
know.
have so many people contact me with their anime or comic book looking stuff, and it's fine. It's cool. I can't do it. It's cool that you do it. I don't need it.
I'll send you the video of the thing if you want to put it on the.
I will happily share it.
Yeah, I'll put it up so you see why I got banned from work.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This is track 11. It's called Let Fists Rise.
Fuck yeah.
All right, fists in the air for Satan, maybe.
And the fists.
Be still, there is a warrior. His might is greater than the sea. His empathy, it is unfailing.
Wow.
His arms
What a thing to boast about.
are a tower
Empathy.
for the weak.
Beware of people who tell you how empathic they are.
It's always a lie. Not always a lie. There are some people who care, but don't believe them when they're at bars. Never believe anything
Yeah.
anyone says at a bar. That's why sports are such a big deal at bars, because they can't really lie about it. Looking up at it, like, oh, that's a good hit.
Not only that, but I have blue eyes and I'm tall and my penis is giant.
Yeah, AI generation. Now I can say that, and I can illustrate it. Then I can show up at a bar and be like, "Hey, look at me."
Also, I'm an empath.
Empath.
A fountain for those thirsty, for justice that washes.
Have I mentioned that I love to save children on the weekends?
I have a good relationship with my mother. I'm fiscally responsible, and I have a massive hog, as previously stated.
Ma'am, I was considering walking past you on the sidewalk. May I have consent?
Is that still a thing? I thought we were getting over that.
No, Jerry, consent is still a thing.
I thought we were done.
No, it's good to have. It's good to have.
I should have been a little bit more detailed in my thing. Oh, you still gotta get consent.
And Jerry the criminal, guys.
I don't know why I hope Rodney Dangerfield never needed consent for anything he did.
It was another time.
Let this rise.
My fist is in the air.
Open our eyes.
This is wild.
Open our eyes.
It's just so. It's so dead on.
Yes.
This rise.
I would almost love to hear some of this stuff recorded through real humans.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be interesting to hear, like, an emotive human, like, getting in there.
Trying.
This to Satan again. You are my tower. You are my
Finding
strength
somebody.
As I pour out my spirit. These things are an ember. You are a shining guide forever. I lift my
A shining guy? Guide? Or guy?
Guide, I think.
You are my strength as I pour out my spirit. These things are an ember.
This one's kind of rocking.
Yeah.
It's got a real
The
strong
anthem. This
backbeat.
is the what's the name of this album?
The album is Songs of Satan.
Oh, I thought it was 0001110000011. Binary Satan.
All right. Here we go to track 12, How He Freed Us.
This is
Humanity being liberated.
you could play this and no one would have any idea what's going on. Like they would would just assume.
You just catch like a stray lyric. Like, did he just say Hail Satan?
No, he didn't talk about Satan. It's fist up, fist up.
Aware that I'm eclipsed by His mercy, and I see the shining of the morning star and His compassion for humanity, and oh how He freed us.
They're using typical Christian lyrics and just putting Satan in it.
Yeah.
Satan and his compassion for Christian.
I mean, I can just see the fucking prompt given to the AI.
Yeah.
Like consider like traditional Christian worship music, but change the subject matter to the seven tenets propaganda.
Yeah, this is all this is. It's Mad Libs.
Are you not enjoying this?
I'm enjoying it, but now like every Christian album, and I said it in the beginning, you're gonna get tired of it after a while. I remember this. Amy, who sang "Oh Baby Baby"? Amy, "Oh Baby Baby."
Oh,
she was a Christian artist for a bit.
baby. Yeah,
Amy something. Amy something.
I'm thinking Amy Mann, but it's not Amy Mann.
Oh no, that's Till Tuesday, right?
Gosh,
You know who
I
I'm
think
talking
of it.
about.
I do. I know the song.
She was a Christian artist.
Yeah, I can't think.
She did a great song with Michael W. Smith, and it was like really good.
Jerry, somehow you are way more in touch with like Christian music scene than I am.
Well,
Like, I don't know most of this shit.
I
you're
grew up in it.
referencing.
Your mom took you to Iron Maiden.
That's true.
I went to see DC Talk.
Okay, yeah, that's different.
You know?
I'm vaguely familiar with DC Talk.
You know what? Say what you will about DC Talk. There's like 2 or 3 good songs. I'm like, okay, that could work. I mean, they played in the same sandbox with Third Base, EPMD.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that was what I was listening to back then. You know,
Yeah.
I take back Third Base.
There was that original time when like soft ass hip hop was acceptable and cool.
It was just beginning to get really hard.
Yeah.
Like NWA was out there too. We don't forget how old NWA is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's early 90s.
Yeah.
And somebody was talking about 94, 92 was when the grunge. 92 was when the grunge era started. You got to think of how little.
I mean,
were.
91 was Nevermind and 10 and
91.
Bad Motorfinger.
5 years before that, it was doing something else.
Yeah.
You know, it was in Seattle still. You know, so I forget how old Mother Love Bone was.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were rocking in the late 80s.
Yeah. So like this
Soundgarden too. Soundgarden 88. They had a record out.
stuff. Shit, I was 11.
Yeah.
What was my point to this? It has a sound. It's going to be what it is, and what they're doing here is just replacing God with Satan,
Yeah.
Lucifer with Jehovah. You know how he freed us. Devil's never done that. No one's free. He's temptation, and that's what this is.
Yeah.
This is not. It has nothing to do with Satanism. It is a prompt. And Marbus Fink, you're a fucking devious genius.
There you go, Marbus. Think. All right. This is track 13. It is our penultimate jam of this album. It's called Apotheosis.
Apotheosis, everybody.
Apotheosis.
Apotheosis, the single. Number 1 jam.
I was like, apotheosis.
God, we should. You know what though? This really, you would be so much bigger, so much more popular, so much more money would come rolling in if you just got rid of this whole fucking Satan thing. And went right
no
into
shit.
God. Dude, God's
No
easy.
shit.
You even have a Joel Osteen type demeanor. Like, look,
I do?
Yeah, you don't have the stupid hair. You're thin. You're good looking.
Thank you.
You're tall.
Thank you.
And now you're out there doing it. Shave the beard. Put a
You
suit
didn't
on.
comment on my penis.
But it's been out the whole time. He never got dressed from when we talked.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Getting heavy now.
Yeah. This is the earwig, man. This is the one.
I have no idea if the music's been really low the whole time. I have no idea. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, listen. They heard the first 4 songs. They got the
Maybe.
gist of the rest of the album. But this one has some heavy drums.
Yeah, this is...
Some Neil Peart type shit.
Yes, exactly like it.
I'm glad I got coffee.
Jerry, how do you feel? This is a little off track here, but how do you feel about the in progress new podcast studio area?
Oh yeah, we're in a very black room, but a beautiful chandelier. I noticed it right off. It's got 3, 6, 7 lights, light up orbs, spray painted black. As far as the mechanicals are concerned, but the lights are beautiful.
We're in a new. I've been renovating the space where I do the podcasting and stuff, and right now we're in a mostly empty black room.
I do miss the printing press. I like that, or whatever it was.
Yeah, my letterpress is gone.
Letterpress is gone. I do like the vibe, but I am concerned about nighttime antics in this room.
Oh no, it's
very
it's
dark.
great. It's gonna be great. This thing gives a nice golden glow, and I've got a ton. It's gonna be great, Jerry.
You know what? I
You're
do
gonna
like
see.
gold and black. That's what my old glasses had that, but very great. Yep. I love that. I don't know what it is, Art Deco or whatever. The Great Gatsby type writing with the black and the gold and all that stuff.
Sure.
Very big fan of that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see it. You should have like a housewarming a garage warming party.
I will. Yeah, it'll be sometime.
It'll just be me and you again.
Me and you.
Lasers.
Hail Satan, in the dark I trace.
The best song on the album so far.
This one. Jerry really loves Apotheosis.
Apotheosis. It's triumphant.
It is.
This is
Oh, he's getting into some deep shit here. Wow. Oh yeah, the breakdown. I love a fucking riff like that, you know?
Thank you.
All right, guys. This is the final track of the album. It's called "You Are Worthy."
And I knew this was going to happen. I know I didn't state it, but they're all the end of the album. The throwaway songs on a Christian album are generally the better songs
Oh yeah.
because now they're selling out. You had the thing. They're selling out. Now you got to fucking get the Holy Spirit in you.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna drill this shit into you.
Put this spirit in
There's
you.
no singles. It ramps up. That's how Christian albums work.
See.
I will love Lucifer.
Yeah, I mean, you got a little not Walking in Memphis. What's the Streets of Philadelphia type feeling, you know?
Yeah.
I will see truth.
It's an affirmation. It's reminding you, you are worthy.
I am.
You're a person too, Jerry.
Thank you. And it's funny that this thing that's reminding me I'm a person is not a person.
Right.
It is.
A robot.
Give all my courtship. I will
You see, now I sort of picture like mannequins, like the Herbie.
I want
Hancock.
actual robots, humanoid
Yeah.
robops to perform live
Happy birthday,
and
Polly.
sing this auto-tune shit.
Happy birthday, Polly. Sorry. You know,
down, but I'll have you as king. And I won't serve you, but I'll give
Man, when we turn it up for the chorus, it's gonna be fantastic.
I will lift up my fist to your
I gotta get into some AI music generation. This is too much fun.
It just feels like cheating.
Of course
You know?
it is.
Like people did like that Al Brooks thing. It was the most basic. I just cut out a thing.
Well, whatever. It's a tool. It's a
people,
tool.
People don't
you know?
like all
I'm not harsh on AI. I like AI, but this is.
Do you feel like
wild.
there is a loss? Like some of the things are really neat looking, you know? Like
Yes.
AI art is a thing now, and it's being raged against.
I like it, and I like a lot of the possibilities of what the video shit is gonna give us. I really love all the large language model shit, ChatGPTs, all that type of stuff. It's interesting. Like I found it really useful for research and things like that. It's helpful for things when I want to just ask it dumb questions for like quick information. That's really helpful. You know, you've got to like fact check it a little bit and ask for direct sources and links, which I always do. But overall, it's very cool. I'm excited about what the future brings.
But you're seeing like artists, like today, you know,
Yeah.
artists and musicians, creators of all sorts. I mean, you have to resist.
The
making
smart
it-
artists are using AI as a tool to enhance what they do.
right?
But some, you know, there's always the other side of things. You know, but whatever. We'll see.
Who cares? If you like it,
know?
you like it. And
Yeah.
I think that might be the thing that people are missing is the art is subjective in
Of course.
every form and fashion. So if you like what you're looking at, it's fine.
Yeah.
And some of these things that are out there, I inherently like creepy shit. Not gory, but like that Waffle House thing was a real fucking unsettled me. I would love to have that in a picture of this waffle person bleeding syrup from the eyes. What happened? Oh. Yay!
Here we go, guys. Here we go. That was Songs of Satan from Lightbearers.
Lightbearers.
A.K.A. Marbus Fink.
Yes.
All right.
From AOL to this, huh?
We have it. Jerry, your thoughts?
I will give it a synthetic B.
You're going to give that a B.
B minus, actually.
B minus. What even are the criteria?
There is no criteria for
What-
this.
what
This
is the grade based on?
I'm not even going to grade this. Yeah, I'll tell you why I'm not going to grade it. Is because it is
Yeah,
meant
who
to
would you be grading?
It's lampooning. It's a lampoon. It's beautiful to hear. One of the reasons I like it is because it's a great departure from what we normally do. Like today was unique, and it gave me a little bit more respect for Twin Temple and things of that nature. There's a choice that was made. This was a choice, and it happened. I also admire
And
the
it
fact.
happened.
Well, it happened. Well, I admire the fact I've been bemoaning this the whole time is that you've had real people do that, but Marbus Fink got in. That's the foot. That's the foot. In
I
the,
don't even know why.
That's the foot. The foot in the
felt
door
that way.
But it's a foot in the door, and a little bit of me is like, I get it, and I like that.
Yeah.
Like this was effort. There was 13 songs of which he had to
14,
give
maybe?
14. They had to give her a description to,
Yeah.
and it was executed perfectly.
Yeah.
and having a knowledge of Christian music, at least the tempo pattern, and the musical stylings, dead on. However, I mean, it's fucking
However?
devious. To me, it was like forging a invitation to the Met Gala. I mean, I should be flattered that I'm comparing your show to the Met Gala,
It is essentially the Met Gala of podcasts.
but he got in. Whether or not he'll stay in is in question.
Yeah.
But I feel as if this person did another album, we would listen to it.
You fear that we would.
I feel that we would.
Oh, okay. I was like, why would you fear that?
I don't fear it. I
Yeah.
feel that we would do that.
Okay.
So like I can't grade it. I respect the fact that he got played on.
He got in.
He got in on
Yeah.
one of the preeminent
He did a thing that got the door open.
satanic podcasts out there, and he got his foot
I mean,
in the
what
door.
do you mean by one of?
Okay, if this is the one,
I mean, it's the top one, if I'm being perfectly honest.
okay, well then if this is the top one,
Yeah.
if this is the finest, if this is a number one, Top
Yes.
Gun,
Of course it is.
satanic podcast,
Yes.
someone made an album they put effort into. Maybe there's something there. I don't know. Maybe you're hoodwinked. I feel hoodwinked.
You think I was hoodwinked?
I don't think you were. I think this is parody for you.
Oh.
I think you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I'm not trying to be. Maybe they do.
You're not wrong to have a feeling. Your feeling is valid.
Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. It's just see it as an experience.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel that way until you said you were the number one satanic podcast.
Oh, I mean, yeah. And look, part of me thinks it's funny to be like, I have the number one satanic podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But objectively, I do have the number one satanic podcast. I mean, by any like worthwhile metrics, I believe that the cream rises to the top.
Sure thing. Then in that case, thank you, Marbus.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Well, look, here's what I can definitely say. you and I just sat here listening to this album and had a good time.
Sure.
I had a good time listening to this. I got a kick out of it. It's fun to think about the technology at use and what it will bring and what it is currently bringing us. And the idea is fun. I like the subversive element to it, like I said. I like the one sort of aesthetic and then the opposing message sort of creeping in there. Not unlike Ghost. Maybe this is that. But only no songs were actually written and no instruments were actually played and nobody actually sang
4% of the effort that goes put into it.
And it's all like, 7 tenets sort of platitudes.
I mean, looking at even the album cover,
Yes.
like it gave me a feeling.
Yeah.
It gave me a feeling. Maybe I'm angry at myself. Maybe I am that easily fooled.
Yeah.
I have a lot of different feelings here. They're all fighting each other. I love it, hate it, all at once.
That alone, right there, Jerry, I think you have proven that Marbus Fink is successful.
Sure.
Because he's creating feelings
Dialogue,
in an
yeah.
audience. There is a conversation to be had about this, about the musical aspect of it, about the lyrical content, about the use of AI, about the whole fucking thing.
And when it's a human being, like we didn't have any discussions at the Twin Temple.
Right.
There was nothing there was there. I mean, to them, they made a choice. They did put the effort in. Talented people.
For sure.
I get it. But we had no level of discussion about it. Either you loved it or hated it. And that's sort of what I'm used to in my art and music. Like, oh, there's that. I don't dig it. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
I think I'm going to have to listen to this album
What?
at least like one more time.
Wow. Why?
I feel like I have to. I have to sit there and just hear it and get a kick out of it without talking over it. And just like, maybe I'll put it on in the car driving somewhere. I don't know. It's just, I have to hear it.
A little bit of me would be upset if I was on the ground floor of this new movement from Marbus Fink and the Light Bearers, and I was the one who was like, this sucks. It doesn't suck though.
Yeah.
It's built. You know what it is?
I would maybe call it Marbus Fink and the Light Bearers.
I would do that too.
Yeah.
It's Nirvana. Catchy.
What?
With no substance.
Wow, Jerry.
I just take that.
That's, wow.
I love Nirvana.
Just Nirvana just catching some shrapnel here for
yeah,
no
well, I'm
reason.
just saying, like, nothing there offended me. I don't know, man. Maybe this is the first album I feel something about.
All right.
In the 188 albums I've listened to with you.
Yeah.
This is the one where I'm like,
Well, guys, this
Polar.
was Light Bearers, and you can find them on services that provide you with music and the website. And thank you for sending this in, Marbus Fink. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You little SOB.
thank you.
And thank you for joining me once again on the podcast. Guys, please send in all your comments for Jerry. I will share them with him. Jerry, do you have any final words for the people?
No.
All right, there we go. If you've got a moment out there, please visit the website at hailsatanpodcast.com. I'd like you to stay safe out there, and hail Satan.
Evil free service.